Yeah. Hold on. I'm trying to give shout out to people. So when you tune in, and the topic and I ever discussing it's about two people, Avraham Moshe and A plus. But I had to put in another topic, which is a message to the minority MPs. I need to send a message to them because it seems like they don't know the law. I drop Watima, I see you. Please, when you tune in, just say hi so I can at least give you a shout out. We're tuning in and what can hi or something, just joined so that we can interact. Please, who tune in and mention on crash share video no. Who tune in and share video no. Me inviting people to the platform so that we can get more views from different backgrounds. So please, who tune in and mention like I said. Share the video. How was your day? I hope someone here. My day wasn't bad. You know, just a normal day in Ghana. I seen super seto, I seen super seto. And we're glad that fortunately in Sunan Tontino. You know, Ghana the in so todia not car wire not traffic about not at check. All that, so I'm glad say this one talk. How is the whole COVID thing going? I know say we not much shut down when like before. How is it going? I hope say you and your family we are safe. All this shall pass. You know, all these things is one of those things that, you know, as long as you see we have bad people. Some people think say, you know, the whole thing was planned, but we don't know. But as long as we live here with some wicked people, bad things will happen, but we shall pass. It shall all pass. If I show us what tuning in, I meant show one share video, no. What tuning I meant show one share video, no. Like I said, today we are here to discuss Kwame A plus and Avraham Moshe. People are probably thinking, I didn't think those two people. You know, it's only right that. And no maybe you cause now Hena said, and yeah, you have to come out and voice out, share your opinion so that the public will know. I know say a lot of people see the inconsistencies in these so-called youth activists, but then they don't say anything because they feel like, hey, it's none of my business. But me, I can't sit idle and just watch it. Because we want people to know wrong from right, and we want people to know their rights as citizens. What I say. So, mean to me, I can't sit idle and just watch them do whatever they want. The patch also watch the video and let me know. Have you shared the video? So I won't share, please do so. Like I said, I mean, invite them on for real quick about platform this one. Won't share video. Please share the video. Like I said, how was your days? If you just tuned in, how was your day? How was your day going? I know say more hostile area. I think out there, especially one more US, one more UK, and more there. You guys are leaving us an hour. What about more Europe? How is everything going on out there? I hope say you and your family we are safe. If I have a Facebook. I have a Facebook account and I'm on Facebook page. This is my Facebook page. So if this is your first time tuning in, I need you to do me a favor and follow me. Like the page and follow me. Also I have a YouTube account. The YouTube account is Demogul, just like you see DE space MOGUL. Follow me on that. Subscribe to my channel because some of the videos, I'll just do a pre-recording thing and then just post it there. So I may put short clips and then put the link up there. So just go on YouTube after the show and then subscribe to my channel, Demogul. Please, if you're online, let me say hi. Say Kabibi. I mean, so why you doing too much? I know, say you guys are so eager to hear what I have to say about Avraham and A+. I know some na why you ready what I have to say about those two guys. But don't worry. But before I do so, no, I need people to know that I'm online. This is a new page. A lot of people don't know it. So, Michelle, bear with me. Let me share it on my page to let people know that I'm online. Then we'll get straight to the show. Get some popcorn, get some Coke. I know, so you can't go to the cinema anymore, so you might as well just spend time with me on this platform. All right, so I've shared it on my page, so let's get straight to it. All right, so yo, Raphael, I see you, bro. I hope so. We be able to call. Please, also say hi, say something. Let me know that you are watching. So let's get straight to the point. All right, so and then who said minority MPs SOMO demonstrating, petitioning the EC for some of the results from the election. You see, Anna Mentiasie, say normal ordinary citizens, they decided somewhere demonstrate out. They don't agree with the results of maybe the EC or some Mrebi or Montiasi until they get on the road and they start demonstrating now. Because ordinary person, no, they don't know to get their point across. But minority MPs, you guys, if you have a problem with the results, just go to court. Munko court, I don't know why. So you sent the ordinary foot soldiers. Amaya bo munsu for a couple of days. So and then omo decided say omo ankasa ebe hete the streets. Ama omo the police for it is become chaotic. It's very bad. What you guys don't understand is say the whole world is watching. All the investors, because people are investing when there's instability. People are afraid to come and invest in your country. As leaders, you guys are supposed to take all these things into consideration. If you feel you have been cheated, then the best thing to do is say, Obeko court. I know one of the MPs at the court, or the court, your county, guess what? Only by 16 votes. Most of the time when people do demonstrations and all that, they just want their voices to be heard. They don't want things to be resolved. If you really and if you truly want something to be resolved, go to court. Easy. Go to court. And I say, you guys want the people to think, say, okay, you were cheated during this election into 2024, and then they sympathize with you or what? Is that the reason why you guys are doing this? Because I quite remember, say, opposition, the same thing, after the election, they felt, say, they had been cheated, They went to court. Court, and at the end of the day, everything was resolved. Peace is what we need in this country. Now, mama, amount for my I streets for days. As leaders, I set good examples, by going to court, resolve it peacefully. Most of my street, after the money police for anenya problem. Hello, Efia. I hope you are. How's the family? After the year, more kasano, more hiti street. Country, we have people, foreigners, who have invested in this country. Amount for pre investments. Who check all the companies that were now be foreign investors. Ebenezer, I see you. Foreign investors. So do you guys want to push the foreign investors? See, sometimes you have to think greater good. How is it going to help the nation? And no more a demonstration, all these things are more, you are only pushing the country out. So you want power. And you are willing to do it anyway and anyhow to get power. Into no we are not on my companies and some of our people will become unemployed we are. How are you going to run the country? We need to set good examples and penny and Korano mudi echine sharing. Mo set good examples. Mo na mo kan masem. Say Odrin said there's a problem with the results go to court and let's solve the problem. I've said enough. And no me kan we won't be brain and na de me be kan Avraham. Pacho so we TPP. And answer we common sense mumbi wansuyi na munti. In this world, we have three, and this is where any book could be a more. Mia na may come out here. It makes sense to you, take it. If it doesn't make sense, leave it. Yewo enipa miensa bi a omuti omuhusi ose omu ye youth activists. They fight for the youth. Now omu nyina no, they have some sort of leadership skills vikeke. But obiane ekwan a ofaso at the end of the year. Today I'm going to break it down. And I will tell you which one Avraham and A+ omuye. You see, we have the youth activists. Or no. He's so passionate, or she is so passionate about what's best for the youth. Until they don't conform. Omo yet the omo dream say it will help the youth. Those people, most of the time, they don't enjoy. They don't enjoy it. The only time, you be more attention and also be receive some reward, a time, then a train history. Near trouble. Oh, this person stood for this because a juma it's coming out of passion. It's not from. They are not doing it for money until they don't get any. They don't get anything from what they are doing. All they are doing is, I'm passionate about Ghana. So I'm doing this to make sure, say, the youth in Ghana have a better life. The only time they are rewarded is when they are dead and gone. And we have a second one. The second one, on the NDN say, our leadership skills. He will enlighten the people. Yes. Obekse the youth, he will try to educate, to open your mind. But he will find ways to make money from the people. What I say? At the end of the day, he has the brain for it, but he's not passionate about it. At the end of the day, it is all about the money. Won't you the difference? No. The first one is doing it from passion. Second one has the leadership skills and the brain, but is driven by money. And the only way what motivates that person is the money they get from the people they are dealing with. So let me say, teacher Nibia, or no, or didn't say, or child you will school, or didn't school, no, or my bone. Then he will come up with some extra classes. So what do you say, Korana bone, not open say, what you want the normal pass here? Then you set up the extra classes, you teach them, because already you are being paid, right? You are being paid a salary. Until say, a woman away during school hours, say, Korano ain't mean pass here. Then that means you, the teacher, was said, I will be taking extra time. I check Korano, I'm on my pass it. Because we are paying you to make sure that the kids pass. But almost a teacher need was setting extra classes. Acting like he's doing it out of, okay, I care about the kids. But then instead of doing it free, now all the fee can crack so. Into Beja Colabia 50 cities, 50 cities, 50 cities, 50 cities. Over now or Bobo and they make money from it. That person is just like the second youth activist. Oh no, he's all about making extra cash. Ninyansa na owo on chin on kase wo ye ne kwa. And what third one? The third one hey nipa na no, they have the skills. They have if it be referent power referent power. It's like someone that people like. They are flamboyant. They are loved by the people. But those people, they can't function on their own. They always need a group of people to help him or her to function. They normally join groups. If I say a party, no, I could join it. Na party pushing financially, then they come back to the people and then try to convince the people, say, okay, party way you good, party say, and they are outspoken. All three of them are outspoken. But the third one, no, they know how to bash, because that's the only way they make money, is by insulting opposition to the people that he's trying to convince. Into all three of them, they act like youth activists, but obiane ekwanya or faso ediaye juma. So what's your first one now? First one, like I said, obiu ako eche onye sika bia o wa na if you're a man for out of Addo, but then because they are so passionate about what they are doing, they don't make any money. They will be rewarded after they are dead and gone. Then they will write it in history. Say this person stood for this. Second person, already Obabua youth, but then at the end of the day, he will some sorting out kakran so ye the other bay. Third one, no, I did say ordinary kobata party be na party ashana say na say group be na group national say and na say osha no a pet influential people be on most society no a frefre omo nti wo no bia wo no influential we e bia mfa say nima wo na ye guy ho and na say e bia Legon campus wo na ye guy ho no a frefre mo no yusu mo na mo convincing crofon onu no wi a no a party, no a catch a party and say, oh, I have all these people following me. I've convinced them, Mama Miska. No, I just can't wait. All three of them, I don't have a problem with 2 of them. I only have a problem with 1. You see, you have to gain something from it. Either say you are expecting change, for change to happen. Either say you are expecting the people that you are working for to pay you money. What I say? Now, when you are lied to or when you are misled, when someone is misleading you, it is wrong. There's a saying, 50 cents in a kind, or say, he hates a liar more than Ubia Uriade. Because the person who steals from you, he's only after your money, which you can replace. But the person who lies to you, they are after your reality. When you are misled and you make the wrong choices in life, it will take a long time for you to bounce back. But money there, you find ways to make another one. But just imagine, say, Obi Adadao, say, lead away and a beboa, lead away and a BC. Now I convince you, no, I could vote your leader, no. Not in the long run, no. Me fan say, you're convinced will say, youth, free education, it's not good. Now I'm out some bogus explanation, be no way. Now at the end of the day, only but explanation in your more catching, it wasn't because it was true. It was because it's Sikana or Konya free party be on the internet now or yes, sir. Now at the end of the day, I cancel free education. In the long run, who area or you may be by idea or bushing and need or how on the school fees. So, like I said, there's one person out of the 3 that I can't stand. And then I'm going to tell you the difference between A+ and Avraham ben Moshe. You see, the second one, or leadership skills, or a very influential. He's smart. He has the nation at heart, but he's driven by money. That's Avraham ben Moshe. Avraham ben Moshe is a type. He's very smart. He has realized, hold up. These people are very gullible. Mama pastors we di musika. Ana meno me na ma minyeska. Abekwa meno even the pastors and I'm smarter than them. Okay, you know what? I'm going to expose the pastors. Yes. Raphael, you've been listening to 50 Cent. I'm going to expose the pastors. Me expose you who we are. Then no matimiku. At the end of the day, Mom said that I'm about online. Mom said that I have to share my message. I have to go on TV. Eventually, I have to start my own television show. Then you need to sort him out. I don't have a problem with that because you know why? At the end of the day, he has given you something that you can live with that will help you. He has enlightened you not to spend all your money giving it to a pastor, depending on the pastor. Thinking, say, pastor, not ever born pay the amount. I'm a winner, a found ye. But not knowing, say, O found ye in a general, so. Yes, there is God. Nyankopon gave you the brain. He's blessed you with the brain. It's up to you to apply the brains. That is the problem that we have. And no Anna Avraham ben Moshe, what realized then or say, oh hell no. These people are gullible. These fake pastors, I'm smarter than them. Why should I allow for them to be extorting the people? Actually, a man for say, okay, these pastors are fake. But at the end of the day, I respect that. Oh yeah, Juma, he has to be paid. The first guy, may take his reward after he's dead and gone. Nemabe benefited from it. Avraham ben Moshe, he's taking his reward down because that's all no sorting the bills out. But he's giving you something that you can live with, which will benefit you. Because I'm telling you, a lot of people, edumukwa from my fabuchi eboro sikase or the koto. Omo ye a friend is saying, Kofiniama, Ombe Kofiniama Sunday, and so Kono Nisika, yawa. And some of the people are even selling their properties just to go give a pastor. Because omo jade ye bia omo sanka enti ba any obeye de obeye bia but onim se pastor ne kwa no pastor no para kra oni bi de enkradru kra no edru oni hwe oni mu abi ba wo dwen say wada obo mpaya ma he's not praying for you. So ono no Avraham no I realize he said I will find ways. I will educate these people. I will give them something to work with. But at the end of the day, y'all got to sort me out. And me, I don't have a problem with that. Now, let me go to A+. You see, the reason why I don't like who A+ is, because he's after your reality. He lies to you. He's always lying to y'all. And you guys are so desperate because you are tired of the government into obia or bia no or kabibia na majiatum. And most of Ghanaians are so lazy. Because of the laziness, no, enunti na mamu jobi tumu no. Obi oha adwene na yede ama no ono ankasa be dwen ehun se okay free education no say ni say nti de be boa no. No. On dwen sa adwen. O twen ama kwam A+ abe ka chen say free education ye anasa enye ansa na wagye atum. If you are lazy, people will always take you for granted. People will always take advantage of you. I hate what Kwame A+ does because Kwame A+ is the type. He has the reference power. Yes, people like him. But the thing they say, oh no, he can never start a movement without any support from a party. If he's getting any support from a party, that means the whole movement now at the end of the day, he belongs to another. He belongs to the parties now we are having issues with. He belongs to one of them. And you think, say, oh, Aquari or Canadian or yes, but at the end of the day, who is feeding him? How do you think he's surviving? Do you think that he really cares about you guys? If you care about people, you will teach them how to ways to liberate themselves from this nonsense. Because we are enslaved mentally. Enslaved mentally. People would think, say, I'm hating on A+. I'm not hating on A+. I hate when people lie to others only for their to enrich themselves. Do y'all really think that TPP was independent? Namojin said TPP independent. You really thought that TPP was independent? Kwame A+ a free MPP no. You really thought that he is independent and among for oh Okwasiana is sana all the bloggers, some of the bloggers even joined him. Some of the bloggers mo join in on. And I kept telling y'all say this guy is not to be trusted. And the formula now we're using, and even the things that he says, see, OBSA or a neutral, we're joining both. When you taste of he's dealt with politicians, and when that person decides to obey independent, now a person or starting movement to be to enlighten the people. They don't jump right out there like free one pamon and I was my people. No. It takes time. Because your mindset Nina was always working for a party. So once you leave there, no, it takes time. You have to even educate yourself. You have to find ways to understand the people. To find a crime ben our person first what they be enlighten amount for. Mimi say me tana me take Kwame plus I know where he belongs. Or even if he doesn't belong anywhere, I know who and somehow can and only can against. Oh yeah, and I'm saying no. This guy, there's no such thing as any agenda beyond. He's just trying to get people to vote for party be on only person voting for. And that's your reality. Such people you can't trust. Such people you cannot trust. Such people, they will mislead the youth. Or they are even worse than party because think about it. NPP, SOB A, NDC, SOB B. Udwin ho na wahwe wo de wadwen atoto ho no ahwe nipa a obetimi aye de wo pa ma wo. When you so wadwen ho ana wo de adwen. Now third party ba no be catch will say, oh me akufo minimum say no mo ye sa no we say no ye we say no ye uni bibi when fi won vote ma we na ye papa right there and there no adwen yes anka wo dwen and you decided for yourself to know what's best for you, no. One dwen you didn't put it to work. You just followed someone, and that's what happens because in Ghana we don't like to think. We don't like to think. It is sad. Me sitting here makes me start a movement. I can preach the things that you guys want to hear. Makes me banana bashi pathway and bashi pathway. At the end of the day, move follow me. Minimum the mope. Say I can sit from remember say from now till 2004. 2024, right? I can choose to bash MPPs. You know why? Because based on previous elections, meaning say after 8 years, party uko opposition. Sana samini oyeye onim say eye den ananado ebe 4 years niso. A plus time nanado ewo opposition he knew say after 8 years NDC is going into oye investment he did an investment for 8 years cause onim say eye den NDC we are nanado is coming into all the 8 years nobody say China dey also on pay because he knew what he was doing. He's a smart guy. The only problem is that he's a menace to society. He's a menace to society. And he pass or is smart, but in smartness, you didn't you ruin a lot of things. That is the reason why. That is the difference between A plus and Avraham. Avraham, at least he's giving you something. There are a lot of people by following Avraham. And I'm not saying, what time, there's no God and just when you. That's not what I'm talking about. As far as ni ideologies and what you mention, so on Jinya media or no one lie, media men no say me do baby I'm watching in the name of Jesus. Because I know since I'm working here, there's maybe and at least the Bible never me read more. It means a me intimate any ideologies in there on one lie. But I'm talking about him as an individual. Wabua man for you or man for you be a jumbo mon say, Unibibi, one a bit my boy who no pastor can help you. Pastor be to me more. They can only pray on your behalf, but if you don't apply yourself as a citizen, a kombedo. If you don't apply yourself as a citizen, a kombedo. And send me Brianna pastors de cano. Send yanka omo krona, omo Saudi Arabia, ni baby, yensum yame one on pastors in the sanko munina no, and koso. But they are moving on with their life. They are doing bigger things. Yeah, I say, yadi ere nyina ashe pastors mu, edi yesika nyina to offering, edi yesika nyina to tithing, ye kwa na ye ho kire ye no. So all I'm saying is that which your tithe, that's good. But you have to work. So adwena anya adwuma honam ne bre. And that alone Emma me pe Avraham asem. That alone. As long as he's not coming after your reality, he's only enlightening you to be able to reason as a human being. A plus will tell you, say, my guy, assume as forget me na me know my hanging out. Me na minim way, me na me say, mon forget you or mon to me assume. That person is not helping you. I know, say it makes things easy for you. It makes things easier. And my own drink, but that individual is not helping you. That individual is not helping you. Say they be kind. Be say Avraham believe there's God, but he doesn't believe. He believes there's God, but not the one described in the Bible. Well, I guess. What I say? So, guys, Mekai, before the elections, I said, A plus is not to be trusted. A plus, he's not to be trusted. In Ghana, I know how it goes. Mami kanchemo, muamuchu kwen acheno. This is the mentality. Yede te Ghana ha. Obia nim se, omo se, obia intimi mfixe Ghana. Inti so wunya position, baby kosha, peusika, na forget it. Na peusika for your family and forget the rest. Because you cannot save Ghana. That is the mentality ya. Omode she abaya jumam. Mentality omode she abaya jumam. And a lot of the people are we jumama abayano. Connections and sika ese kwa abayho and kwa abayho. Let me give you an example. Let me give you some filabi. Do you know why some abaying crop for 80 me within short period? No mercy, no what has I said, no much cars no connection. Right now, my man fella, the COVID test no. The people who are in charge of testing, guess what? The money is expensive. A man phobia. It says so 700 and I say almost close to 1,000 Ghana. How much is it? I think it's $150 or one. They'll take 500 cities and they give you a test. No more keep it at 500. It's so be a Jumana so yet or a Juma airport. Now say every day when you're 500 a shen who are enquire buying bottom one. That person is going to make it. That person in a short period, no kokra. Short period, no. That is the mentality, and that's the same mentality. Obi say A plus is he's thinking about himself. Do you think he really cares about the youth? He doesn't care much about the youth. He doesn't care much about the youth. All he cares about is say his name. I'm sure that he's ambitious. He wants to be a president one day, and I mean, it's good to think that way as a human being. Say obey a president. But please, say in our dream, if you think along the same lines, Ghana will never get better. Ghana need that. Because everyone will just be thinking about themselves. About sports. Everything we do in Ghana be a politics room. Ghana be a politics room. So when someone come out so a leader, please let's be discerning enough to know say this person no nah. I know we are desperate. I know we desperately need a leader who really have the nation at heart. But we have to relax in jumping on obesity movement. I jumping on it. TPP near jumping on it. Common sense, at least common sense squad on the unconscious say. I know so he may belong to one party, but I need at least on my country say voting will be. On the all can say, madam for men found to government, so men found to pastor so. Wow, pe kwan bi so nafa epe usika. But as for Kwame Plus, someone who has enjoyed money, do you know how much he was being paid? Do you know how much he was given? Do you think that if he hadn't been sacked and Pamona, do you think that Kobaba started BF and TPP say he cares about the youth? Do you think that Kobaba is, I don't know? He only came up with this group because Onim said at this point, the political affiliations to MPP, I say, and an NDC for so Koha, a man for because I quarried with a traitor, and right now all he can do is say, make them fin, not me now for me war parties we had Mamma or my sort of my T group at the end of the day in a group, it will still go to one party. MPP for in the eyes in the public eyes, no make say okay, NDC A plus and kind who be. But for all you know, no, whoever is willing to pay higher or be convincing and crawl for more vote yamano. It's in Pachawa more mo de mo pese mo be yisu mo adwen. Now you wait for someone to tell you who to vote for or what to do, no. If you truly want Ghana to move forward, then stop thinking that way. Make your own decision. Make your own decisions. You see, people say when ana IB canon, ordinary citizens, before mbeko power, they will be bashing civil servants and in penny for no be bash omo sana omo ye corrupt no me odru ha na obi aye bia also baby at the end of the day so also pe corruption there adwuma ne kwa no you got the job through obi o abaimu. You were not picked because of your experience, and I say because of your expertise. You were selected because you know somebody in the government. And right from there, you have what started what drain because only am pick you the right way, and you're based on merits, and they pick you based on who you know. And you go through and say a man for your connection only by cononus baby. Because you a man for it. But there you say, we are no so almost have a case abino corrupt. Omukokra omunsanya adwuma nka ho. Okona government workers enenam ho said ye oni hwe ya ebe shock na ACC so no more blast. ACC is on full blast. They don't work because at the end only target they don't have any target. Sanko what target be here and cover for say aban adwuma on so ye ne claims say oye claims be 10 na na oye 3 say ono nko ba bia de chen wa beto aso aban adwuma enye private mishemo mumayin jai follow na we are not discerning enough. We just follow people without really reading into their agenda. Mumayin follow agenda ho. I know say we are desperate. We are looking for people to be able to stand for the youth. But I'm telling you, right now, for personal gains. Avraham, personal gains, but on at least he's giving you something in return. I would do so. A plus, personal gains. Personal gains. It may show. Say who bibi. Our person what they boa will be at. Say we never to work and never show obusian for, because I'm telling you, all these people, they are just claiming. Ebeka krawe wakasa was start a TVP a party. I mean TVP party. Into moment is canon fan started. Gigi say, I have been saying this for the longest. If Ghanaians want corruption to start, it has to start with them, because all of these politicians were not born politicians. That's true. All the politicians were once civilians, and they were just ordinary people. They were just ordinary people. Omudru Honon, they became corrupt. Like I said in my other videos, you are talking about corruption. A nipa na yesi won hwe soma corruption makromu an ushia na ochew se wu speedy and awon seat belt a oba no 1 cedi 1 2 cedis na call baby. Then any corruption. Bribery ni any corruption. Wabushia ni ya de na wako a police station wako who abeg no chia bribe ni eja wabushia ni no and any corruption. Na ono na nado anase mahama a oye o man penny a o ti akonya no so no. Na ono de onya problem na se o ka se hwa na IGP no am file case and ooh no, we have a part to play. We have a part to play. We have to be law-abiding citizens for them to be law-abiding leaders. What I say, the way see, we are corrupt. Just say, if Ghana Nibia or Ghana Nibia, and we all engage in one way. You engage in corruption. It's muma inject to say the person and penny for the Omu no Mu na. A lot of NDC. I'm not biased. I mean MPP for some way the same thing, but especially NDC followers and the Titans asking way. NDC baswa meskani flow be any bidi. Our mentality way. Obi any bidi. I did be juma na we here to get to be spending government's money. I did juma na we here. You see, this is the difference between A plus and Avraham. Which one do you think says best for you? Obia obema I drink ediabo abrabo. Now when you be in return. And now obia obema false hope. I say, oh mundi mechi. Now we made the right decision, may fight for more. And since say I look no need trade account to me. It's in the ball is on your court. Now let me explain to you the difference between MPP and NDC. This topic, just by the way, I didn't plan to do it, but I will find a day and do it. The difference between MPP and NDC and NSA. As far as them being corrupt in there, me who so be ako first be and also be ako say intended, I don't know. But this is their style of ruling. Enti muntie de be boa wo no na wadi so. MPP for more concerned about the system. We will make the system the best system, but you have to work hard. You have to work hard for the system to work for you. For you to have access to the system. Me fan say yeah, adwuma bi ato. You see adwuma no before I obinya say adwuma no. Ade so akọ school, akọ degree. You have to go and you find a degree no akọ degree na that pay adwuma no. That is MPP. NDC on the other hand, they are more like okay. Mo are here for mo ni bibi here. Momentan, yeah, be yeah, Jumano, then we get some, we'll give you some. We'll give you something to chop. Something into that piano, you don't move What I say? That's socialism and then what do you call it? Capitalism. Capitalists, if you don't work hard, you won't get your what do you call it? Your piece of cake. What I say? You have to work hard to get to where you are. Socialism, these people, they don't want to work. They want people to work for them and then give them the crump. So that's the difference. That is why majority of the people, no, our more zungos in this area, they love NDC because at the end of the day, our class, you know, not many of them are educated. So the NDC party, you know, they look out for them. They give them freebies. Let me give you an example. Who is the spokesperson for Nanado? Kwajo Ponkroma. Just imagine, Kwajo Ponkroma, no MPP ni, right? And just imagine, say, Sanka, or ye MPP ni, no, Sanka wanko school, Ananka only how to communicate. Do you think Sanka Nanado buy and cover friend? You see, when preparation meets opportunities, that's when success takes place. He was prepared. He was prepared. A lot of people just don't want to prepare themselves. They want to say they act an actor. You say MPP for a trimoding, MPP for Piskama, but NDC for the Omodashiska. Charlie, work hard. If his position been open or party in one, go home school, not try work hard to get there. Raphael say, well, if the government officials pay the police for the living wage instead of stashing their pockets with money, then maybe the police may not take bribes and hold the leaders accountable. That's true. But Raphael, do you know something about Ghana? Upon all the money with me chia Ghana ni all the sikabi opebia as the fact that opportunity wo ho obetimi de enya sika no obeye. O the upper police for no, let's give them the best wages. The only difference it will make is almost J1 CD BM after the Sikana ebe move up 10 cities and up. All because they know set one tier will be for budget. You see, people who have integrity, it is not because of how much they are paid. It is because of who they are. The money you are paid, no, say enunti na ema unriade there, then you are not a man of integrity. And a man of integrity is so because that is what they believe in. They believe that adiena may and a wrong, not because I am paid well. What I say? To be a man of integrity, it is not based on how much you are paid. I know I can say, oh, I'm paid well, I'm well off, so I don't take any money. I don't take bribes. You don't take bribes because you believe that it is wrong, and the man is a man of integrity. Okay, so Raphael say, then that person is not a civil servant and have integrity. Raphael, elaborate a bit. I don't get what you mean. But yeah, like I said, people say, yenchia police for ye. And I say, I buy encro for ye. Na omunjai kron. No. No. People should know, say, adiana may and a wrong. people should know say I didn't make an wrong. So Raphael, just look at the people who are doing the COVID test at the what do you call it? At the airport. So we drew on us ABS almost in 700 cities. No one in 700, no in 500 cities a day. Now a day when you nipa 4, that's 2,000 right there. Raphael in Abuchi now one why ani no 2,000 a day in Abuchi. Remember to say how much 2,000 cities is valued at us in Chani into 500 cities now originally. That is what you say scanner now and yes Chani tell you a cronfo na way a opportunity na when you milk it, you are milking the system because when your opportunity and a milk system no and yes say ABS kana ide ma unu isha. It is our mentality. Your mentality na say adwuma na ye kwaye no mepe ofa Ghana ni adwuma na pay ni nya instead so obeka cho say pay ni nye no unim de oye on kan cho say pay ni nye. What they will tell you ni say I will take the job. They will find ways to steal. So transportation at the end of the day they will find a way to steal. Bro, that's saying.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, bro, to make changes in Ghana, no, I feel sad. For me, and maybe that's me. That might be me. But you have to realize that, for example, that you gave, right? You're saying that the person would take money before, say, or charge a certain amount. Then you take a certain amount and give the person the COVID test. If I find this out and I'm the person who's in charge of this person, me and if I'll just fire you from the job, and I'll put somebody there because I am paying you to do this job, and then on top of it, you're taking money on the side. I will keep firing that person in that spot until I find somebody that will do it the right way. You get what I'm saying? And with our Ghana police, second thing about Ghana police, like it's everywhere in the world there's corruption, but it can be controlled to a certain point. Our Ghana police, no, Charlie, less than minimum wage. So how do you expect him to feed his family members, and feed himself? From morning to evening. And then at the end of the day, then you give him minimum wage, less than minimum wage. So what do you expect him to do? Or to make sure so so be baboa, and I say if something happens to you, he's the person that's going to intervene and put his life on the line for you, but you're paying minimum wage. Really? So what do you expect him to do? So be doing a catch us or man 1 cedi crap. I don't know ye. Say one ka. But so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, say. On friend say you no matter what on budget bribe. So ye, Ghana police for ye, and you give wager. You have something to say. I didn't know. So police need to bribe now. Who so bribe now? You have something to say. Say I didn't know how to bribe. I pay you well. So why are you collecting money on top of it? That's how you build that integrity. Next time, Obi or so feel so bribe now. They will think about things. Say, you know what? Let me not do that because at least I have a living wage that I can live on, and therefore I can hold that person accountable. But I mean, or say I need to hold this person accountable. How? I live on a minimum wage. You make 3 times or 4 times the amount that I make. But I'm the one that is standing in the street. We are and also we are not, you know. Me mum now you want me to not take anything. How? American police, American police. There are a lot of people that are hitting the pavement, but they pay them decent amount of money. They have unions that helps them out with negotiating contracts so that they can have a living wage. Inti American police need now kroma. Untimi nko bribe no. Say wa gina untimi diska ko share nsam. Nwa jame mame akọ. Unless that police officer is corrupt. And even that, you know, so be bribe no. Enko Ghana one Ghana cedi or by you bear 20,000. So I just say scan a door so for him to feel say, even if I get caught, or even if I was to take this money now and I was to leave the force now, my life will be okay. So but police need to catch us so make a bribe on $500. So I'm gonna take the $500 and then be out. American police, what is $500 going to do to him? Abra be every 2 weeks be on a paycheck. Maybe $2,000 or $1,000. So why would I want to do that? That's what my thing is. I think that corruption in our country can be controlled if we put the right measures there and we put the right people in power to make sure that it is fair. Because corruption shows up when things are not fair.
Okay. Mame Mao. Now let me ask you. Do you think that MPs and ministers in Ghana are paid well?
Masa, they are paid very well. You know, so your average MP every month goes home with at least $3,000. Not 3,000 Ghana cedi. $3,000.
Okay. Now let me ask you something else. They are paid well. Now, Sansem na ye can say ye penny for no. Omuji bribe, ana omu corrupt no. Odin say no cry na say no cry.
Oh, it's true. I'm not saying say it's not there. It is very, very true. It is true, said there are leaders in our government. Massa, who brand 20 million cra or beje or beside your bribe. Would 20 million 20 to enrich themselves. Yeah.
Aha, na me ka say o si ye ntwia ye police for no ye intina omoje bribe.
Yep. That's one of the reasons.
Now, based on question na me busa no. So asam na wo kan ye no credit then that means that it should apply to ministers and MPs no. Ye twa omoje fine na adintina to omoje bribe.
And I make say you have to realize it, and yet all the ministers and all the MPs na bribes. Ghana government. And yes, ni papa any government mo. Say ni papa only a government ma, and our government will not be standing. So we can group all of them together. So that's where you're saying say you have to have integrity. There are some people in the government that still have integrity, and there are some people that don't. those people that were not educated or didn't learn or didn't have that integrity built into their system before they became politicians, those people, they will continuously be or actor or feel or so a politician. Master, have you ever served the people before? Do you know what serving is? If you don't know what serving is, how do you get power and say I have to serve the people? When you're going to power and your agenda, I will deal with him say me when I get there and I'm in power, me could this can be. Then what are you going there to do? Because you're going there to serve yourself. And so that position is not a personal servant. It's a people serving position. That's why it's the people that vote you in. But when you get there now, you take care of yourself and you forget about the people.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Intiminka say there are not good people in the Ghanaian government. There are some good people. In your government, if those good people weren't there, Ankamasa, Ankadane another war, civil war by now. But because it's still standing there, that tells me there are still some good souls in the government that are keeping us afloat. So and so at the end of the day, minister be Kennedy, but minister be also how the betin and massa. This is the contract that is there. The person that puts the best offer is the person that gets the job. So minister be also you go down maybe two doors down, you say it's a massa. I hope a contract now for envelope. I must out the sky as if I brand we get to away and it's a contract terms I won't pay. When the contract that you're giving them is going to help the same people. If I say contract, I am taking that contract to build, let's say, a hospital in a village that is going to take care of the people and also create jobs for people to go and work at that hospital. Osminsa first camera, abra, it's going to help you. Make an sani pakrono so, make an sani pakrono. E wonwani kuromu. Ebia na kurase onu fee buyer ya tomano say kurase for no ana. A hon yekosi hospital. But what? Obejiska. And that's not how we think. We're thinking about ourselves. And as a civil servant, if you start to think about you, the person now, you never go forward. That's how it is. So, let's call a spade a spade. So, if we do that with ourselves,
you just said by paying the police well, no, a bit miyama, but majority will stop taking bribes.
Yes, I feel if you pay them well and you put accountability down, won't say okay, you realize that RTD drivers, like there's always that one car that follows, will drive around and will say manager on the side, but he's also in a private car and you drive around. Sometimes you have people that are managers but wear civilian coats to get on the bus to see how the driver is doing.
Yeah.
And so it's not happening all the time, but there's somebody that always makes sure the right thing is done, even if they have to be incognito or they have to dress up to be like a regular civilian to see how is this driver doing. So like it's almost like running an audit on the driver. And so Ghana police see me okay now would you bribe? Then I run an audit and find out you bribe. I have every right to remove you from that position because you are going from having a job and getting paid to now being unemployed. So it is all you're unemployed and the next time you get into another job now, when you're about to steal money now, you think about it and say, the last time that I did this, and as a crumb for action near cannon. The next time, the first near to for cannon and say, so next time when you see the missing hand now, you think about it and say, massa. Maybe I shouldn't do that. I didn't think I need you, son. You be a parent's boy. I'm a boy because so that we can remember that pain that maybe I shouldn't do that again. But so say penino no tesoro no bribe. Inti you are not TCF or T form no. Ono susu je bribe. Why na ko kachire hwan? Penino intimi kanche penino. And I keto ansu intimi kanche keto. And I penino so ntua keto ani ye. So, inti untimin cancer, so massa, my who's a old bribe. Now, some Miss Madame cousin, I want because old boss, bro, and Brian Blue now, Jia Musa, Cascano, and also go see, say, then I'll beat me.
Now, when you say Scano Mojino Road, you come to Omukoya account for office, Emma Penny Pony.
Almost exactly. So that's what I'm saying. If this thing is done, if we take it from the top, right, and distribute that, make sure that everybody is paid well all the way down, and then we hold people in places that can hold them accountable. You realize that there is going to be a time out. The revolution, say, some leaders are going to be leaving the government because we bring it out in public. And if they get shamed or get thrown in prison, eventually people are going to say, wait a minute. Say, can't wait. Say, and then maybe I shouldn't think about going to steal. Because if I steal and I get caught, this is the same thing that is going to happen. And that's the thing. That's where the integrity comes in. What's that?
Yeah.
And Ghana police.
Yeah.
Ghana police, what is our motto? What is the Ghana police motto? Service with integrity.
Yeah.
That's written on their crest. So if you can hold that to yourself as a police officer, everything is running rampant. So everything is running. I just soldier for if you bear my camp to come and ensure the safetyness of our people. I didn't need a soldier for when the police are there.
When the police are there.
Yeah. But police for no, the same thing. Soldiers are not meant to be running through the country, putting out fires. That's not their job. Their job is to fight other countries. Yeah. So how is our soldiers in town when our Ghanaian police are there, but you don't take care of them? Minya police ni, minya Ghana police ni. Wow. But I feel say if we start there and we're taking care of them and we hold them accountable. So I have to hold you accountable. So US say they make sure so you the person that is getting paid. No, you better make sure so you're doing your job, because if you don't, there's somebody else that is waiting to do it.
Yeah.
So like that's my thing. That's my biggest thing. Our politicians, massa, they're all corrupt. We know they are there. We know the politicians are corrupt, but not all of them. Some of them are not. We just people like you that have platforms, right? That's why here in America, media people are so important. That's why these politicians are always trying to put the media down, because you guys have platform to be able to speak the truth to the people. Yeah. Because they know, say, you don't have any agenda. Mm-hmm. So you're not trying to run for office. You've seen it, you've reported it, then you put it out to the people. That's why you guys are so important. You get what I'm saying? And so that's my thing. We have to make sure, say, we hold these leaders accountable. And if we're holding the leaders at the top accountable, then hopefully it trickles down all the way to the people on the bottom. And then the right people that needs to be taken care of. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask you this. If the president is selecting the IGP, who is in charge of the whole police, and the police are the people who are supposed to uphold the constitution and to make sure, and the judiciary, and to make sure that running the constitution here no this one. How especially with the way Ghana how can the police, the IGP hold the president accountable, and I say minister be accountable when something goes wrong?
It's like the police and for example, it's like the courts, right? Why does the courts, the lady has a blindfold over her face? It's because she doesn't see the difference. She doesn't see whether you're black, white, if you're tall, and that's kind of how the police has to be. If you, the president, selects your IGP, right? Yes, the president has the power to hire and fire the IGP. But once you get that position, it doesn't mean say the president is now above the law, because you're there to enforce the law. And it's not the president that creates laws. You have to realize that. Ghanaians, and we don't think about how our politics works. It's not the president that creates laws. Yeah. That's what the parliament is there for. Yeah. Does that make sense? They are the ones that creates the law. So if there's a law that we don't like, parliament is where it's supposed to change, not the president. Yes. Exactly. So if we Ghanaians, like you were saying, if we decide to educate ourselves and realize, say, wait a minute, that's why if the president commits a crime, who's going to arrest the president? Who? Where does it start? It starts with the IGP. And the IGP starts its investigation. Yeah. So if the IGPs feel say if the president is above the law, then there's lawlessness in the country because anybody can do anything. So you will not arrest the president for committing the same crime that I have committed, but you're going to commit me. I can use say case versus this person. Let's say there was a case that was taken to court and it was thrown out, and the president won, and it was the exact same case. I didn't think that lawyers always pull back old cases. This case versus the president. This was what the president was, and this is what the judge ruled against. So this is how it should be ruled against. That's how this works. So if the president has the ability to select the IGP, but as soon as the IGP is selected now, then he becomes an independent entity where he has to make sure, that the laws that are written in Parliament is followed by the people. That includes the president.
Bro, looking at how governance don't you think my constitution when you free say government and the PKIG. I mean president and the PKIG.
Yes, but you have to realize,
still watch the president.
But you have to realize that when the president nominates an IGP, it doesn't mean once the president nominates an IGP, he is automatically put in place. Remember, he has to go to Parliament and face Parliament.
True.
He has to go and get drilled and pass because.
But most of the time, think about it. The president has the majority in the House.
Yes. And again, that's where it comes back to the people, because who puts the majority in the House? It's the people. We, the people that goes to vote, put the majority in the House. So if we feel we want the president to be held accountable in any decision that he makes now, then we have to make sure our parliament is balanced. But if our parliament is not balanced and it's just filled with a whole bunch of criminals, then what do you think is going to happen? That any criminal is going to get through. Because that's where the check and balances come from. Our constitution or our system of government, it's not like the American system of government where you have 3 separate branches. We technically have 3 separate branches, but they're kind of meshed together a little bit. So you have the courts, you have the president, and you have the parliament. Things still runs into those 3 places. The court now, our Ghanaians, our court system is meant to be more of, menya case into me court, or there's something we don't like, me court. So, but you have to realize that we the people, what our power is, and we vote competent people and people with integrity and put them in parliament, so that if a president appoints somebody to be an IGP, then the track record, say the formally armed robber. And then he went from armed robbery to child trafficking. Now president first or in the cousin my appointing is IGP. What do you think is going to happen? In the parliament. Now parliament is all majority. Now majority here all with the president. Now mo feel even though we know he's a child trafficker, he does drugs. Now you perceive voting it through and push him through and say he's okay to become the IGP, then what do you think is going to happen in the country? Mo Ghanaians say, you chroma high shit, and I chrome why? Because my IGP, mo choose leaders, mom cotton parliament, mom can say IGP okay. But some mono Ghanaians voted more right MPs, the Moko parliament, 9 MPs, ni pakron betraying now mo share the credentials, now say, dude, you used to be an armed robber, so why do we need to put you in place? We say no. Then you guys veto. It goes back to the president. The president vetoes it, and then it goes back to the court. The people have spoken. Put somebody else in charge.
Yeah.
That's how you check your president. But Ghanaians, we don't know how our government works. We have not